Hey guys, Dave again. So I thought this is just a couple of the knives that I got in. I just wanted to kind of give them their own video, and mainly because I was super impressed. Not that I'm not super impressed with the other ones as well. The knives that I get, guys, I kind of search high and low for the knives that I want, and if for the most of the time that I'm impressed with them, and I say that I'm impressed with them, it's because those are the ones that I was really looking for in particular. I take a couple of chances, and so far they've worked out, but some of them haven't worked out, and I just found out later that the knife just wasn't for me, and that happens. But the two knives that I had on order that I had been waiting for a while have come in, and I got a folder and a fixed blade from the same maker, and I had actually ordered the folder, and he agreed to make the fixed blade for me, and just have it in. It did take a while longer. Actually, I had told my buddy Bob to order this same, or order a knife from him, and he wound up ordering the same exact knife that I got. But this is the El Patron Tanto from Jeremy Robertson at Calavera Cutlery. This knife is absolutely amazing. I'm more impressed with this knife than I thought I would be. I was already impressed with it. Pav, my buddy Pav, you guys know him, XXX6, what is it? XXXZZ or 666ZZ, or I don't know. You guys know who Pav is. Anyway, all of a sudden off the top of my head I can't think of what his channel is. Anyways, but I thank him immensely because he was the one who's been touting Jeremy's work to me all along. And you guys know I had gotten the El Patron before, the one that was on bearings that he had made, and I was impressed with it, but I had already ordered this before I got that one. And the one that I was really most interested in was this one with the milled handle and the Tanto blade, because I had seen this, the milled scales at Howe's Knife Shop, which is, Jeremy's authorized seller of his knives, the ones that he doesn't make custom. He sells all his knives there. So I was anxious to get this knife, and when it came in, I cannot tell you how impressed I am with this knife. You guys know I like the beef, and this is not a beefy knife, but it feels every bit as tough as any knife that I have. I just can't be more impressed with how he made this knife. And I mean, 3V steel, 3.75-inch blade. I did want thumb studs. This is a new thing that he's doing with this kind of triangle cutout here. So thumb studs was, I'm not a big flipper guy. You guys know that I'm not a flipper guy. But I absolutely love this opener on this thing. I have snapped it open a few times, but the detent on his knives is pretty strong, and so snapping it open, it's just going to take a little while to get broken in. I've carried this once so far since I got it, mainly because you guys know I have a bunch of options when I carry, and so I've only carried this once, and I wanted to wait till I did the video. But this knife will definitely get carried because it is so tough, and yet it doesn't weigh anything compared to some of the other knives that I carry. So I just want to kind of talk about it. The milled handle is definitely something I was interested in. It's incredible. I'm super impressed with every part of this knife. Tip up, of course, Tanto with 3V and the 3.75. You got, I think the options that he has are 3V or S90V. And in a Rockwell of about 60, and I think this is 3.75, and you got 5/32, 3/16 on the blade, and then you got 5/32 or 3/16 on the titanium sides. So, but I'm telling you, man, I don't know what else more to say about this knife, is that it's perfect. Of so many knives that I have, like the Omnumzon and my Dalibors, and even my Chris Reeve that I'm the Sabenza that I'm thinking about selling, I just can't tell you how this is a combination of buttery smooth with so tough. I can see why. Pav raves about his knives, and I can see why. I told Jeremy I was just so impressed with his work. I have the Calavera 4, which is a new model of his. It's a spear point. I have that one on order as well. And then later on I hope to get a chisel ground Tanto as well. with these same milled slabs, just like this, but just one chisel ground and one like this. So, but I cannot tell you how impressed I am with Jeremy's work. And I mean, for such a, you know, you guys know me, overbuilt is definitely what I like. I just like the, you know, tougher, beefier knives. The knives that I like, they don't, everybody doesn't have to like them, but they're just what I like. And when I found a knife that's, you know, smaller, thinner, all the way around compared to the other stuff that I carry, but to me feels every bit as tough, I'm so impressed with this knife. I'm telling you, I'm still in awe of this knife. I would put it right up there with, you know, my fondness for Dalabor's knives, you know, my Strider knives that I have as well. But yeah, so smooth, and yet just it feels tough in your hand. Ergonomics on it are just awesome. Absolutely love this knife. And it did, once again, you know, 3V steel, tough as heck, and it's just razor sharp as well. So cannot be happier to get this knife. And the companion that I went ahead and got with it is his operator fixed blade Tanto. I asked him to make it for me in A2, and it has green linen or green canvas micarta scales. And this thing, it's still all oiled up and everything. Like I said, I was waiting for the video on this, but it's a stout blade. It looks like this is operator, I don't know if this is operator fixed blade number 12 or if it's operator Tanto fixed blade number 12, but A2 steel, made in the USA. And you see the tip on that thing. I mean, this thing, I mean, you guys know A2, it's tough as heck, and it is meant for hard use tasks and stuff. And so, you know, 3V would have been fairly expensive if I wanted to go 3V, but at some point I think I might actually, you know, if his book opens back up, I might actually consider having him make one of these Tantos for me in 3V, because this thing is just, it's a sick fixed blade. And I did want a companion to the Tanto El Patron folder. So, but yeah, I just cannot be happier. And this thing fills out my hand. He kind of rounded these, but yet they're still fairly thick. And so you guys know with my big beefy paw, this thing just feels awesome. Forward and reverse is just, I mean, this thing is just tough as heck. And he left this one satin finished in A2, and I just can't be happier. It is oiled up. It's got a bunch of greasy, I don't know what's on it, but it's pretty greasy. But yeah, just another one. I'll get you the size on this operator. The first place that I saw the operator was once again at Howe's Knife Shop. I did not know that he was making fixed blades, and I saw the first one that I saw was the operator drop point, and then as soon as I saw the Tanto, I wanted to get one. So blade length is about, to the end of the choil there, is about let's say about 3 7/8, about 3 7/8, and ricasso is about 4, and then end of grip is you're looking at about 4, just about 4 5/8, and then total length on this thing, it's not small, almost 9.5, 9 3/8 total length, but tough and definitely thick, 1/4 inch thick. Thing is just a tank. And yeah, so I can't be happier to get these two knives from Jeremy Robertson at Calavera Cutlery. Show you his maker's mark right there. You guys can kind of see it, Robertson. So just absolutely, definitely plan on getting more knives from him. I really cannot tell you how impressed I am with this El Patron Tanto, especially with the milled slabs, the way I ordered it. This is exactly how I wanted to order it. I know he makes some sheep's foot, you know what, he has sheep's foot now, he has a Warncliffe, a bunch of other models. I might consider, you guys know me, I might consider getting the Warncliffe at some point, but cannot be more impressed with this Tanto. I'm so glad that I placed this order, and he got it done in a timely fashion. And you know, now of course his book is closed, which just tells you how you know, the success he's having, and you know, how popular his knives are. So I know a lot of people talk about them, and anytime they pop up in any of the forums or anywhere, they just sell right away. They sell in a heartbeat. So you know, you have to be on top of it. But the only ones I would be interested in are definitely the ones with the milled slabs. I definitely like the feel of it, and the it just to me it's just something in my purchase, and you know, it kind of has a little bit of feedback for me with this with the milled handles. So I'm a big fan. So anyways, that's it. Just, you know, two awesome knives from Jeremy Robertson at Calavera Cutlery. Cannot be happier to have them both. So Another vid coming up soon. I'll talk to you guys later.